Perfect thumbs up. You want it in 2 parts. Total 1500 words, so about 750 words each based on the headline. Liam Neeson walks off the Graham Norton show after heated clash. Here's part 1, approximately equals 750 words. Part 1. The audience inside the BBC studio was buzzing with excitement as the iconic red chairs gleamed under the studio lights. The Graham Norton show had become known for its charm, wit, and unexpected celebrity moments, but no one in attendance that evening could have predicted what was about to unfold. Liam Neeson, the veteran actor known for his calm demeanor and stoic presence, was the star guest of the night. But what began as a light-hearted conversation would soon spiral into an uncomfortable exchange that left everyone stunned. The show started off in typical fashion: Graham's quick humor, the audience's laughter, and Neeson's polite chuckles. The actor was there to promote his new thriller, and all seemed normal at first. Norton teased him about his action movie legacy, joking about how Neeson had threatened half of Hollywood on-screen. The crowd laughed, and Neeson smiled, playing along. "I'm too old for the running and punching now, Graham," he said with a grin. But things took a turn when Norton brought up a more personal topic. In his usual playful style, he mentioned a viral interview where Neeson had made controversial remarks years earlier, comments that had once sparked debates online. Norton's intent seemed to be humor, but his tone lingered just long enough to make the moment uncomfortable. "You've had your fair share of, shall we say, intense interviews, haven't you?" he said, smirking. Neeson shifted slightly in his seat, his expression hardening. "Well, Graham, I think we've all said things in the past we'd rather leave there," he replied firmly. The room's laughter died down. Norton, perhaps misreading the tension, pressed further. Of course. But you have to admit, it was quite the headline grabber at the time." "You've always had a way of—" "Graham," Neeson interrupted, his voice calm but edged with irritation, "I came here to talk about the film. If we're digging up old quotes for entertainment, maybe I'm in the wrong chair." The silence that followed was heavy. The studio audience didn't quite know whether to laugh or stay quiet. Norton, a professional in handling awkward moments, tried to lighten the mood. Fair enough, he said with a nervous laugh. "Let's talk about the film, then. I promise. No old ghosts." The tension seemed to ease slightly, and for a few minutes, the conversation returned to safer ground. But the spark had already been lit. Later, as the discussion shifted to Hollywood and changing times, Norton joked about how Neeson's brand of tough guy justice didn't fit well with modern sensitivities. "You couldn't exactly do Taken today," Norton quipped. "Half the internet would cancel you before the opening credits." That's when Neeson leaned forward, his tone controlled but cold. "You know, Graham, people like to throw that word around a lot, cancel. But for those of us who've lived through loss, real tragedy, and the grind of this business, words matter less than actions. I've spent decades entertaining people, and I don't need to apologize for doing my job." The audience clapped, unsure if it was support or discomfort. Norton smiled, but his eyes flickered uneasily. "Absolutely, Liam, I respect that. Just a bit of banter," he said softly. Then came the moment no one expected. As Norton tried to move on, he jokingly mimicked Neeson's iconic line from Taken, "I will find you, and I will." But before he could finish, Neeson stood up. His chair scraped against the floor, echoing sharply. "You know what, Graham? I think that's enough for tonight," Neeson said. His voice wasn't raised, but it carried finality. Gasps rippled through the studio. Norton blinked, caught off guard. "Liam, no, come on, we're just—" But Neeson had already removed his mic and handed it to a crew member. "I appreciate the invitation," he said curtly, before walking off the set. The audience sat frozen as the cameras kept rolling, unsure whether it was part of the show or a genuine fallout. Norton, ever the professional, smiled awkwardly and muttered, "Well, I suppose that's one way to end an interview." The crowd gave a hesitant laugh, but the tension hung in the air long after the cameras cut. Would you like me to continue with part 2, the aftermath and public reaction, another 750 words now?